Hey guys, and welcome to my top 5 3DS games of 2013 video. So in this video, I'll simply list the top 5 3DS games that came out this year in terms of their merits and quality as a gaming title, in my opinion, of course. So if you want to check out last year's list, top 5 3DS games of 2012 video, you can click right here. But without further ado, let's get into it. At number 5, Fire Emblem Awakening. So Fire Emblem has the prestige and honor of being the first original and good portable strategy RPG of this generation. So while I didn't like it as much as other reviewers did, I still gave it a favorable score. And yes, a 7 range score is a favorable score. If you look at my info sections, my scoring grid, 7 means good. So a 7.5, which I gave Fire Emblem, means very good. Still, I thought it was a very, very good game. What makes it special, what sets it apart from other games for me, was its difficulty. So, in too many strategy RPGs, when you're confronted with enemies that you can't beat at the time, what you do is you simply back off, you go to a lower level, and you just grind. You grind till you level up, so you get stronger than those other people. You come back and you beat those enemies. For me, that's an easy way out. It does take a long time, and it's annoying, but it's still the easy way. It doesn't really show that you use skill or anything. It just took time. So in Fire Emblem, you hit a level cap of 20, I think, pretty early on, like less than halfway through the game, at least in my experience. And grinding wasn't an option. I had to really think about how to beat those levels and you know, how to like use strategy and tactics and everything. So I definitely think that hard mode and classic mode is the way to play it. Classic mode makes it so that if a character dies, that's it, they're dead. You don't get them back. So really, positioning and tactics really are like a life and death decision in battles, and it really, really shines in that way. So this is definitely an RPG for any strategy RPG fan and any 3DS owner really who has any interest in the genre. Definitely go for it. It definitely belongs on this list. So number 4, Steamworld Dig: A Fistful of Dirt. So 3DS is definitely more known for its big AAA exclusives, not its indie eShop games, so it doesn't get a whole lot of indie games. But SteamWorld Dig is a standout as far as indie games are concerned on the system. So while the concept of digging deep into the ground isn't really, exploring and using lanterns and such isn't, it's not really unique. It has been done in Minecraft, it has been done in Terraria, but SteamWorld Dig manages to do it with a level of polish that exceeds those other games. So what I mean by polish is that it's, it has a really, really strong art style. The music is great. It's structured in a way that it's linear. So it's like, Minecraft and Terraria are very open games, and you kind of get lost with what to do. And I'm definitely experiencing that in Terraria right now. Like, there are bosses, there are things to do, but I don't know where to go, and kind of loses its appeal a little bit. So, but SteamWorld Dig is like, it's very structured. You know where to go. The story's really strong in the game, and it really helps push you forward. And I feel like that is more my style of the game, and it really helps. It's not too long, but yeah, it's definitely my style of game. And the gameplay is really rewarding and encourages multiple playthroughs and such. So I loved it, and I did review it here. So it's an awesome game. Definitely deserves the number 4 position. So the number 3 position is going to go to Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. So I didn't give this game a single review. What I did was I did a comparison with Soul Sacrifice, but just some bullet points there. It looks gorgeous. It sounds amazing. It's definitely the best looking portable Monster Hunter game. There's tons of content, as per other Monster Hunter games. There's hundreds and hundreds of hours of content. Even after you beat the single player missions, you can hop on and do the multiplayer missions. There is no online, but you can play all the online missions either on your own or with your 2 allied artificial intelligence cats there. Or not cats, rather the shakalakas. Or you can, just jump online, go local co-op with your buddies. So that's, it is an option. But this is definitely one of the strongest Monster Hunter titles, and definitely the best single player Monster Hunter game in the series. I feel like the narrative was a little bit stronger, although it wasn't a main part, the reason I'm playing. But there's just there's a lot to do if you're sticking on your own. It doesn't really feel like, I never felt like I desperately needed someone else to play with in order to have fun. It definitely would have made things more fun and easier, but I still had a lot of fun with Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate on 3DS. So number 2 is Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. So, Luigi's Mansion is, I didn't expect it to be as good as it was. So, I did play the first one, and I felt the first one lacked a lot of things that made this game special on 3DS. So, first and foremost, what sets it apart is its amazing atmosphere, the graphics, the sound, the animation, the lighting. I said the animation, but the animation is just awesome. Like seeing Luigi walking around all careful, and when a ghost pops out, he gets scared, and it just helps. That's what the first game needed, and that didn't really have. The animations are just so good, and really like it feels like you're watching a cartoon or or like a Pixar movie. Like it's just really like everything, and the attention to detail is great. The gameplay is fun and rewarding. So searching through drawers and closets for ghosts is a really fun mechanic to explore, and it really, it's rewarding and it's fun to play through, and yeah. So like the online mode, which is it did seem a little tacked on. It's still fun. Like if you get a good group of people, just climbing the tower and getting those ghosts as fast as possible is a lot of fun. And the mechanic for sucking up the ghosts, although it is a direct ripoff of Ghostbusters or whatever, it's still a lot of fun. Like it's a really fun mechanic to suck up those ghosts and everything. And yeah, like just basically, the game is really long. It took me 17 hours to finish it. And I know people finished it quicker than that, but still, it's like it has a lot of content. You can play through, like hunt down the boos and complete missions as fast as possible. So I just really feel that this is a very strong, polished title that definitely should be on most people's top 5 list for 3DS. Because we didn't get many games like this year, and of this level of polish, this mastery of the hardware. So I really feel that this is a gorgeous game, a very detailed game, and one that belongs on everybody's top 5 list. So number 1 should come as no surprise to many people who have played all 3DS games this year, is The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds. So spoiler for my upcoming review, this game is amazing. It has the perfect amount of nostalgia for fans of the original Super Nintendo game. The graphics are great. The music is the real standout, though. Like, I saw people praising the music, but actually listening to it and playing through it is another thing entirely. Like, it's just so good. Has the right amount of tracks used, the remixed tracks from the SNES game, as well as some other tracks from even remixed tracks from Ocarina of Time. Everything just felt perfect. Like, the music just was so good. And the graphics are great, too. I mean, like, it has, like, different lighting effects. And, like entering a different room is going to really reflect different areas and everything. And seeing screenshots of the game does not do it justice. Seeing it in motion is awesome. There's absolutely no hiccups at all. But the best thing about the graphics that really shocked me was the 3D effect. So I'm not a huge advocate of the 3D effect. I feel like 3D is definitely an extra feature. It doesn't add much to games. But seeing Link, like when he pops up into the screen, like when he jumps or something like that, they did the 3D effect of the jump so perfectly in this game. Or like when he goes flat and then pops out and everything. Just the 3D effect is a real standout in this game. It's really good. One of the best I've played in the system. The gameplay is the perfect amount of easier than the old games. So I loved A Link to the Past, but going back and playing A Link to the Past now, it's tough. It's a hard game. The puzzles are actually really tough. So in this game, the puzzles are easier, but they're still rewarding. The game is challenging, but without being frustrating. So it's perfect. It's like getting stuck in a Zelda game is definitely a way to lose interest in it. And I haven't been stuck at all. It's really awesome. It's a perfect amount of easier than the old games while still being challenging. So you guys can look forward to my review of this game in January. It'll come before I head to Japan. So anyway, so that's my top 5 list. Some honorable mentions, Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D, I really enjoyed. Pokemon X and Y, I thought was very good. But, there can only be 5, and those are my 5. So I'm really curious to see what you guys thought, what your 5 top 5 3DS games are. So let me know in the comments section below. Happy holidays, enjoy, and look forward to my top 5 Vita games of 2013. Anyway, guys, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.